Welcome, gents. Have you ever wondered why some people can sense the truth about you before you even speak? It feels almost unsettling, as if they have a hidden lens that cuts through your words and catches the real story. That is the world of Sigma males. They do not just hear what you say, they notice the way your body reacts, the rhythm of your pauses, and the energy behind your presence. Nothing slips past them because they are wired to pick up on the fine details that most people ignore. This ability is not about being suspicious or judgmental. It is about their natural gift of observation and depth. They know when confidence is real and when it is borrowed. They can see when a smile is genuine and when it is covering unease. Where others might get lost in small talk, a Sigma male is already pulling together the puzzle of who you really are. If you have ever felt misunderstood by most people, the Sigma male is the type who will finally see the truth of your struggles and strengths. They see behind masks, not to expose you, but to understand you better. And that is a powerful reminder that you do not always need to force yourself to prove who you are. The right people, the ones who truly pay attention, will see your essence without you having to say much. So when a Sigma male sees right through you, take it as encouragement. It means the real you matters. Let's get started. Gents. Number 1. They notice hidden competition. There is a certain sharpness in the way Sigma males read people, and one of their most striking abilities is spotting hidden competition. While most individuals take words and smiles at face value, Sigma males notice the subtle cracks behind the performance. You could be praising their work, clapping for their achievement, or offering kind words, yet if underneath it you are secretly measuring yourself against them, they will catch it almost immediately. Think about that colleague who showers you with compliments after a presentation but cannot resist sliding in a reminder of their own accomplishments. Or the so-called friend who cheers you on, yet always tries to one-up you in conversations. Many people might miss the tension under those actions, but Sigma males do not. They pay attention to the tiny details that reveal your true intentions, whether it is the flicker in your tone, the pace of your response, or the way your eyes dart away for a moment. This ability comes from years of observing human behavior without rushing to join in. While others are busy talking, Sigma males are quietly connecting dots. They know that genuine support has a natural flow, free of hesitation and competition. But fake support has a weight to it, a heaviness that leaks out no matter how hard someone tries to mask it. What makes this remarkable is that Sigma males do not use this insight to attack or embarrass anyone. Instead, they use it to protect their own peace and keep relationships clear of unnecessary games. They know who is truly in their corner and who is keeping score. For those around them, this can be a wake-up call. If you want to connect with a Sigma male, come with honesty. They will respect you far more for your real self than for any forced show of support. And in a world full of hidden rivalries, that kind of clarity is rare and powerful. Number 2, they study what you repeat. One of the sharpest ways Sigma males read people is by paying attention to what gets repeated. Most of us do not realize how much we reveal simply by talking about the same things again and again. Whether it is constant complaints or endless bragging, what keeps resurfacing in your words exposes what truly weighs on your mind. Think about it. If someone cannot stop talking about how others mistreat them, Sigma males immediately sense that this person is carrying deep wounds and unresolved frustrations. On the other hand, if someone brings up their achievements every chance they get, Sigma males recognize it as more than pride. To them, it signals a hunger for recognition and possibly a fear of being overlooked. This habit of repetition acts like a spotlight for Sigma males. They do not have to push or interrogate anyone. They simply listen closely and notice which stories, memories, or topics circle back over and over. For example, if a person constantly talks about how money is tight, even in casual conversations, it tells the Sigma male that financial security is not just a problem, but a deep personal pressure. If someone repeatedly mentions a past success, it signals that they may be holding on to it because they do not feel secure about their current path. What makes this fascinating is that Sigma males are not looking for faults. They are seeking truth. They believe repetition is rarely random. It is like an echo from within, showing what a person values, fears, or secretly craves. Most people only half listen in conversations, but Sigma males are tuned in at a deeper level. They know your repeated words or your unintentional confessions, and once they hear the pattern, they can see through to the core of who you are. This is not something to fear, but rather something to reflect on. If you notice what you repeat most in conversations, you may discover exactly what is driving you, even the things you have been trying to hide from yourself. Number 3, they register your body's unrest. Sigma males have a way of noticing the things that most people overlook, and one of their sharpest skills is picking up on the body's unrest. While words can be carefully chosen and dressed up to sound convincing, the body rarely lies. Crossed arms, restless fingers, darting eyes, or a clenched jaw often tell a story far louder than any sentence ever could. And Sigma males are experts at reading that silent language. Imagine having a conversation with someone who insists they are fine, yet their shoulders remain tense and their eyes avoid yours. Most people might take their words at face value and move on, but a Sigma male sees straight through it. They recognize that the body is screaming discomfort, fear, or defensiveness, and that this hidden tension reveals far more than the polished surface. Another example can be found in everyday interactions. Think of a co-worker who claims to be confident about a project but cannot keep their hands still during a meeting. Or a friend who says they are over a breakup yet bites their lip every time the ex's name comes up. These subtle movements may seem small, but Sigma males connect them instantly with the emotions that lie beneath. What makes this ability powerful is not that Sigma males are trying to expose anyone. It is that they genuinely value truth over pretense. They know that most people are too distracted or too polite to notice these signals, but for them, these little cues become windows into the unspoken reality of a person's mind. The body reveals what the heart is wrestling with, and Sigma males trust that silent language more than rehearsed lines. It allows them to separate what is real from what is staged, giving them a deeper understanding of the people around them. In a world where appearances often overshadow reality, Sigma males pay attention to what cannot be faked, and that is why they see right through you. Number 4, they don't need confirmation. Intuition is their most trusted guide. Sigma males have an extraordinary trust in their intuition, and one of the things that sets them apart is that they do not need confirmation from others. While most people constantly look for validation or reassurance before making a decision, Sigma males rely on the quiet, steady guidance of their inner sense. They have trained themselves to listen to it, and over time it becomes sharper and more accurate than any outside opinion. Think about everyday situations. You might see someone hesitate for hours before making a choice, constantly asking friends for advice or scrolling through opinions online. A Sigma male, on the other hand, notices the same situation, weighs what he observes, and instinctively knows the right path without needing anyone else to weigh in. This does not make him reckless. It makes him confident and centered because his decisions are rooted in self-awareness and observation rather than external influence. Their intuition extends to people as well. Sigma males sense intentions, moods, and hidden motives almost instinctively. They can feel whether someone is genuine, whether a situation is trustworthy, or if an opportunity is worth pursuing without needing to ask questions or gather confirmation from others. This inner compass allows them to navigate life with precision and clarity that most people can only admire. What makes this skill remarkable is that it is quiet and subtle. It is not loud or flashy. It is the calm certainty that comes from trusting yourself so deeply that you do not second-guess every decision. They can read situations, sense threats, and perceive truths that others overlook, all because they have learned to honor their inner voice above all else. For those around them, this can be inspiring and unsettling at the same time. Sigma males do not follow the crowd or rely on external signals. Their intuition is their most trusted guide, and it is why they can see through people and situations with uncanny accuracy. Number 5, they listen for forced enthusiasm. Sigma males are masters at separating what is real from what is staged, and one of the ways they do this is by listening closely for forced enthusiasm. Most people are used to the polite claps, the exaggerated laughs, and the sugar-coated compliments that fill everyday conversations. They might even accept them without a second thought, but not Sigma males. To them, these little exaggerations are alarm bells that something is off. Imagine sharing an achievement with a group of friends. Everyone congratulates you, but one person's "that's amazing" sounds just a little too stretched, the smile a little too wide, the tone just slightly delayed. Most people might not notice, but Sigma males do. They catch the subtle difference between excitement that comes from the heart and enthusiasm that is performed to look supportive. The same goes for laughter. If someone forces a laugh at a joke that did not land, Sigma males hear the hollowness behind it. It is not that they are looking to embarrass anyone, it is simply that their ear is tuned to honesty. They know the sound of joy when it is real, and they know the emptiness of it when it is manufactured. This ability makes them cautious in relationships. They do not get carried away by flattering words or dramatic shows of support. Instead, they measure the weight of sincerity behind it. They would rather have a quiet, genuine compliment than a loud but fake cheer. In daily life, this gives Sigma males an edge. They avoid being misled by people who say the right things but do not truly mean them. And they value the rare individuals who offer real encouragement, no matter how simple it sounds. Forced enthusiasm might fool the crowd, but it never fools a Sigma male. They are always listening beyond the surface, and that is why they see the truth so clearly. Number 6. They watch what drains you and what fuels you. Sigma males have an uncanny way of observing people, and one of their most revealing habits is watching what drains you and what fuels you. They know that you can say anything about yourself, but your reactions to certain environments, people, and situations always tell the truth. Your energy shifts give you away, even when your words sound convincing. Think of someone who claims to enjoy social gatherings but looks visibly drained after only an hour of small talk. A Sigma male will not buy the story they tell about loving the crowd. He will focus on the way their shoulders slump, their eyes lose focus, and how their voice gets heavier as time goes on. That exhaustion tells him more about their priorities than their claim ever could. The same goes for the things that bring life back into you. If you light up when you talk about a hobby, if your pace quickens when you are solving a problem you care about, or if your entire posture changes when you are around certain people, Sigma males notice. They understand that real passion does not need to be announced. It leaks out naturally through body language, energy, and focus. For example, if you spend all week complaining about your job but come alive whenever you discuss your side project, a Sigma male will see that your true priority is not the paycheck, but the dream you are quietly building. If you claim to be fine with certain friendships but look exhausted every time you spend time with those friends, he knows you are forcing yourself to stay in spaces that no longer serve you. This awareness is what allows Sigma males to understand people beyond their masks. They are not looking at who you say you are. They are watching what drains the life out of you and what sparks it back. That is where the truth lives, and that is what they trust. Number 7, they read what you are not saying. One of the most fascinating abilities Sigma males have is reading what you are not saying. Most people get caught up in the words themselves, but Sigma males lean into the silences between them. They understand that the truth often slips out in what is left unspoken, in the small cracks between your tone and your message. Imagine a friend telling you, "I'm fine." The words are simple, but their voice sounds flat, their shoulders are tense, and their eyes drift away. Many people would take the statement at face value and move on, but a Sigma male cannot ignore the mismatch. He hears the emptiness behind the words, and that silence speaks louder to him than the sentence itself. This ability shows up in everyday situations. Think of a colleague who says they are excited about a project, yet their tone lacks energy and their body leans away as they speak. A Sigma male will not be fooled by the enthusiasm in the words because the delivery reveals hesitation. Or picture someone saying they are over a breakup, yet every pause in their story drags longer than it should. That hesitation is enough for a Sigma male to know they are still holding on emotionally. What makes Sigma males different is that they do not rush to fill silence with chatter. They let those pauses breathe, and in those gaps, they gather more information than a whole conversation could provide. They know silence has a weight to it, and they have learned to respect what it reveals. This ability does not come from suspicion, but from depth. They would rather connect with your truth than with a polished script. and that is why people often feel both exposed and understood in their presence. A Sigma male hears not just the words you say, but the ones you are trying hard to swallow. Number 8, they scan for micro-expressions. Sigma males are masters at noticing the things that flash by so quickly most people never register them. One of their strongest tools is the ability to scan for micro-expressions. These are the fleeting facial expressions that appear for just a fraction of a second before you regain control of your face. You might plaster on a smile or keep your tone calm, but that half-second twitch of your lip or sudden tightening of your eyes often reveals the truth you were trying to hide. And Sigma males rarely miss it. Think about moments in everyday life. A co-worker congratulates you on your promotion, but before the smile fully lands, there is the quickest flicker of jealousy in their eyes. Most people would be fooled by the cheerful words, but the Sigma male has already caught the flash of resentment. Or picture a friend saying they are happy for you in a new relationship, yet their jaw tightens just for a second. To others it goes unnoticed, but Sigma males store that little clue and connect it to the bigger picture. This is not about them being paranoid or suspicious. It is simply that they are tuned into honesty, and micro-expressions are honesty in its rawest form. Your face reacts before your mind has time to polish it. That is why Sigma males trust those flashes more than rehearsed speeches. What makes this skill powerful is that they do not always confront people with what they see. Instead, they observe quietly, knowing those tiny leaks of truth tell them more than hours of conversation ever could. Over time, these microsignals build a pattern, and that pattern paints a picture of your real feelings. In a world where people carefully manage their image, Sigma males cut through the performance by paying attention to what cannot be rehearsed. Your face gives you away in the smallest of ways, and Sigma males have trained themselves to see it every single time. Number 9, they weigh your energy against your actions. Sigma males have a gift for noticing contradictions, and one of the ways they do this is by weighing your energy against your actions. They know that people can say anything and even perform convincingly for a while, but the overall energy you give off always betrays whether you are aligned with your actions or not. If your vibe feels out of sync with the way you move, they register it immediately as dishonesty, or at least as something you are trying to cover up. Think about it in daily life. You might meet someone who constantly talks about how happy they are, yet every movement shows exhaustion. Their smile looks rehearsed, their shoulders are heavy, and their presence feels drained. A Sigma male will not be convinced by the words. He pays more attention to the mismatch between the bright claims and the tired energy. To him, that gap speaks volumes. Or consider someone who insists they are confident, yet every action they take is rooted in hesitation. They speak about bold dreams but never follow through, or they preach discipline while constantly cutting corners. Most people overlook this contradiction because they are distracted by the convincing language. A Sigma male, however, sees that the energy behind the words does not match the actions that follow. This awareness makes Sigma males incredibly sharp judges of character. They do not rely on surface-level impressions, but instead study whether a person's inner state matches their outward movement. When the two are aligned, they know they are dealing with someone authentic. When they clash, they see it as a mask. What makes this ability powerful is that Sigma males do not need to call it out loudly. They simply adjust how much trust they give, keeping a quiet mental note of the inconsistency. Over time, these observations give them a clear map of who is real and who is pretending. Your energy cannot fake what your actions fail to support. Sigma males know this truth well, and that is why they can see through you faster than most people ever will. Number 10. Lies feel heavy around them, and they can almost hear the weight of deception. Sigma males have an almost instinctive radar for dishonesty, and one of the most striking ways it shows is through the way lies feel around them. It is not that they need proof or that they interrogate you relentlessly. Lies carry a certain weight, and Sigma males can sense it. There is a heaviness in the air, a subtle tension that most people do not notice, but to them it is impossible to ignore. Think about a conversation where someone is bending the truth to impress or manipulate. The words might be smooth, the tone even, but there is an underlying pressure, like the person is carrying an invisible load. Most people accept the story at face value, but a Sigma male feels the burden of that falsehood. It vibrates in the pauses, in the slight stiffness of posture, in the way sentences stumble over themselves. This sensitivity comes from observation over time. Sigma males pay attention to patterns of honesty and inconsistency. They notice how a casual lie contrasts sharply with a moment of truth and can almost predict the emotional toll that lie is taking on the person delivering it. That weight of deception is what signals the lie more clearly than any words could. It is not about being suspicious or confrontational. Sigma males are not looking to trap anyone. They are simply attuned to authenticity. They can feel when someone is aligned with their truth and when someone is not. That is why people often feel both exposed and judged in their presence, without a single accusation being made. In daily life, this skill protects them. They do not get swept up in flattering stories, manipulations, or exaggerations. Lies carry a load that others might miss, but Sigma males sense it immediately. That is how they see the truth even before it is spoken, and that is why deception never lasts long around them. Number 11. They look at how you treat the unnoticed. Sigma males have a way of cutting through the surface of people, and one of the clearest things they pay attention to is how you treat those who are usually overlooked. Anyone can be polite to a boss, a mentor, or someone with influence. That requires no real effort because there is something to gain. But Sigma males are not impressed by how you treat people who can advance your goals. What truly defines you, in their eyes, is how you treat those who have nothing to offer you in return. Think about everyday life. The way you speak to a waiter who gets your order wrong, the patience you show to a taxi driver who takes the long route, or how you respond to the cleaner at your office who greets you in the morning. Most people see these interactions as insignificant. Sigma males see them as revealing. They believe your true character is never shown when you are on stage, but when you think no one important is watching. If you constantly ignore or dismiss people who hold less power than you, Sigma males register that as arrogance disguised as confidence. If you treat them with respect, kindness, and authenticity, they understand that it comes from a deeper place within you. To them, it is not about manners. It is about honesty. They know that anyone can act polished in front of an audience, but it takes consistency and integrity to show genuine respect in moments that seem small. That is why Sigma males notice the difference between someone who is kind to all and someone who is selective about who deserves kindness. In a world where appearances can be manufactured, this is the test that matters to them. The unnoticed people around you reflect who you are at your core. And Sigma males never fail to observe that truth, no matter how carefully you try to hide it. Number 12. They understand human behavior at a level most people never even attempt. Sigma males possess a depth of understanding when it comes to human behavior that few ever reach. They do not just react to people, they study them quietly, observing patterns, motives, and subtle cues that reveal the truth beneath the surface. Most people skim interactions, focusing on words and obvious actions, but Sigma males notice the underlying currents that drive those words and actions. Think about a friend who constantly shifts between excitement and frustration, yet insists everything is fine. While many will accept the surface explanation, a Sigma male sees the subtle signs. The tension in the shoulders, the hesitation in the voice, the moments of distraction. To them, these are not random quirks, but windows into the real emotional state and priorities of that person. They can piece together a picture of someone's fears, desires, and hidden motives without a single explicit confession. This understanding extends to everyday situations. They notice how a coworker reacts under pressure, how a partner handles disappointment, and how acquaintances behave when no one is watching. Each action, each reaction is a clue, and Sigma males are skilled at assembling these pieces into a clear understanding of the person in front of them. What makes this skill remarkable is that it is not taught. It is developed through careful observation, reflection, and patience. Sigma males do not need drama or conflict to understand people deeply. They absorb details that others dismiss, noticing what is consistent and what is performed. Over time, this allows them to predict behavior, sense dishonesty, and connect with others on a level that feels almost instinctive. In a world where most people focus on appearances, Sigma males look for truth. They understand human behavior at a level most never even attempt, and it gives them an insight that is both subtle and powerful. It is why they see right through people, noticing what is hidden, overlooked, or denied, and why their judgment of character is often unerringly accurate. Number 13. They can identify pretense in social settings, spotting who is acting versus who is real. Sigma males have a rare talent for spotting pretense in social settings. While most people are caught up in appearances, small talk, and polite facades, Sigma males are quietly observing who is performing and who is genuinely being themselves. They notice subtle inconsistencies in behavior, tone, and body language that reveal whether someone is acting a role or showing their true self. Think about a group of people at a dinner or a casual gathering. Some laugh a little too loudly at jokes that barely land. Some offer compliments that feel rehearsed or exaggerated. Most people might be distracted by the charm or the performance, but a Sigma male notices the tiny cracks. The fleeting expressions, the slight tension in posture, or the way the eyes avoid direct contact can reveal authenticity or the lack of it. This skill comes from paying attention to patterns over time rather than focusing on a single interaction. Sigma males connect the dots between words, actions, and subtle cues. They can tell when someone is acting out of obligation, social pressure, or self-interest. Conversely, they can also recognize when someone is relaxed, genuine, and aligned with their true feelings. In everyday life, this allows Sigma males to navigate social dynamics with clarity. They know who they can trust, who they can engage with meaningfully, and who is likely to create tension or deception. They do not need to ask for verification or seek explanations. Their observations and intuition provide a full picture. What makes this ability powerful is that it protects them from wasting energy on false relationships and helps them focus on meaningful connections. They are not judgmental but discerning, understanding that authenticity carries a quiet strength that performance can never match. In a world full of masks, Sigma males can identify pretense almost instinctively. They see beyond the surface, spotting who is acting and who is real, and that insight gives them an advantage few others possess. In final words, have you ever wondered why some people just seem to understand you in ways nobody else can? Sigma males have this rare ability to see through the layers we all put up, to notice the truth behind words, actions, and even silences. They pick up on subtle cues, tiny habits, and patterns that most people overlook, giving them a clear picture of who you really are. This is not about judgment. It is about awareness, perception, and a deep understanding of human nature. They notice the contradictions in what you say versus what you do. They feel the weight of lies, and they sense hidden intentions without anyone needing to spell them out. They register the small tensions in your body, the fleeting expressions on your face, and even the things you repeat unconsciously. All of these signals tell them more than words ever could. Sigma males see through pretense, manipulation, and performance because they trust observation and intuition over appearances. But here is the most important part. This ability is not meant to scare you. It is a reminder that authenticity matters. When a Sigma male sees right through you, it is often because they recognize the real you beyond the masks and the facades. It is a call to honor your true self, to act in alignment with your values, and to speak with honesty in every interaction. So if you feel exposed or unsettled by this, take it as encouragement. The real strength in life is not in hiding who you are or controlling how others perceive you. It is in living truthfully, being consistent, and understanding yourself at a deeper level. Sigma males simply remind us of what authenticity looks like, and they inspire us to embrace our real selves. In the end, seeing through others is as much about clarity as it is about respect, and the lesson here is simple but powerful. The more you know and show your true self, the less anyone can hide from the truth, including yourself. Thank you for watching, gents, and God bless you.